this. Right as I start my live, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna give you a message." Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways, what's up? Y'all probably haven't seen me like this in a long time. Probably not expecting an actual face-to-face thing going on, but I'm here. I'm doing it. We're in a live stream. It didn't. I wanted to do an actual video live stream, but YouTube's like, "No, you can't do that." So I'm stuck to this for now, which is fine. Now, you might be wondering, Jodel, what are you doing going live in 2025? Well, the reason that I am currently live after all this time of not being live is because, I don't know, I was bored. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of my childhood boxes. I've been living on my own for a bit. I just got a bunch of old boxes from my childhood all in my room here, and I'm just gonna unbox it and see what it is. And I thought it'd be a cool little live stream to do. Um, I don't know. I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to get a little bit back into YouTube. I might start streaming again. That's not a promise, but I might. So, first box I have here, I got my PlayStation 3 back. If I can see a way to record videos on it or live stream it in any way, I might do that. I don't know. I have to do a little bit more research into that. Again, I don't know how much more I'm going to get into YouTube or any of that. Just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I'm going to be constantly doing stuff like this. Well, let's go through the box. Let's go through the box. Let's see what I got here. I have some trash. Let's start with the other games because there's different. My brother, he's the one who had the PlayStation 3. It was originally mine. He gave it to me. And when he gave it back to me, he labeled everything. So let's go through the other games. This is the largest section of games here. So the first game, actually, let me play the game. I already hooked up the PlayStation 3. That's why I don't have it here. I was playing it earlier today. Let me get the game I was playing. Oh, hang on. Okay. So technically, the first thing I got what out of the box was my PlayStation 3. Instantly hooked that thing up. That thing is a part of my childhood. So I got that thing up and we played Monster Madness. This is a cool little indie game that has just really creative. The gameplay itself it's good, it's solid, it's not the best, but the creativity of the characters you fight in the game makes it infinitely better than most fighting games of modern day. I'm a big fan of PlayStation 3 games as well. This is why this was the first thing I opened. Um, thank you, Jack, for that. What's up? Oh, people are coming in. Going in the next game in the box, I'm opening just random boxes from my childhood to those people joining in. These are my old PlayStation 3 games. Next up, we have Need for Speed Undercover. Very great game, especially for its time. The graphics, I mean, I bet if I were to replay it, they wouldn't look as good as I remember. But I remember they looked pretty good. Especially, I think this game came out in like 2006. So very, very nice one. Let's keep it going. So these are the other. Oh, actually, these are the car games. My bad. Which there's only two. Why is there a label for car games when there's only two? We have Cars Race O Rama. This game is a very niche game. Obviously came out when Cars was released. It's a very good like intro driving game. Has the nice cartoon aesthetic to it. The racing aspect of the game is nice. Loved this game playing up. I played it a lot with my little brother. Other games we have kind of just like a dirt bike game. I never really played this. There's like one sandbox mode that they have, and that's about it. And I played it a little bit, but I'll play it more now that I have it. Next up, this is another underrated game of time. We have Avatar, the video game, released in like 2001, 2012. I don't know the exact date. This game is fun because you play as both sides. So you play as an avatar and you fight, but you also can play as a marine. And there's two different story sides to the game, and you actually pick a side in the game. So this is why I love these PlayStation 3 games, because no one knows about this, but the way that you play this game, it's actually an amazing experience playing the story for this game. Because because you do pick which side, like based on the missions you do, either helping the humans or the avatars. Things change in like the midway point of the game of how things go. At least that's what I remember. I was really young when I played a bunch of these. Next one wasn't actually my game. It was gifted to me and I never played it. We have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which I've heard good and mixed reviews about this game. Most people I know who have talked about this game either love it or they hate it. And I haven't played it myself, so I can't say, but I don't know if I will, because there's a lot of games in here I'd play first because of the childhood memory aspect. Next up, you've probably seen it at arcades before, but I have it on PlayStation 3. We have Terminator Salvation, the video game. This is a fun little game. You go in, you fight. It's very, oh, what's the name? I want to say Metal Gear Solid type, but with Terminators. And the multiplayer for this game is a lot of fun. This is another game growing up. I played it a lot with my brother because of the multiplayer aspect to it. Next up, Army of Two, which is very similar to the last game, Terminator Salvation, playing wise. There's a couple of dynamics that change with it. It's definitely more focused on the working with the person you're playing with aspect. That's the two big aspect of the game. Overall, it's fun, but if you want an actually good action-packed game, I wouldn't play this, but it's good if you have someone you can communicate with. And that might have been the problem, is my brother can't listen, so when I would play these games with him, it struggled a lot. So make sure you play with a good person if you play that one. Next up, one of my favorite zombie game series of all times. If anyone knows me, you know that I love zombie games or just zombie culture in general. The Walking Dead video games are some of my favorites. I love The Walking Dead show. Here is Dead Rising 2. This is a very fun game, especially again for its time on the PS3. Very open world, just kill a bunch of zombies and have fun. So how is that not fun? On Xbox, I had Dead Rising 3, which is also an amazing game. Almost makes me want to find the original Dead Rising, so I have the whole series. Next up, we have Transformers the game. I don't remember playing this much as a kid, but I remember it was fun the few times I did. I just don't remember it standing out a bunch, which is kind of the problem with some of these PlayStation 3 games, is they're so old that they're very experimental, but sometimes it's a little too much. Like this game, I think the controls were just confusing for me, and the map didn't make sense, and so it was still kind of fun, but I didn't really know what was going on. I was also a kid. I'd also like to take a second to stop and say I love owning actual games. Like, not just like, I know I have all these PlayStation 3 games. I have a couple of PlayStation 4 games. Hard copy is so much more fun to own. I've made more of a change within the past year of going to online copies of games, mainly because I was relying on like the PlayStation Plus memberships to get me games online. And they are fun that way, and it's more convenient. But there's something about being able to just physically hold up Kung Fu Panda, the video game, that just fills me with a pride. This game, another one, I didn't play it much. I only played a couple of, like, I don't think I even played, like, the story to this. I just played a couple of, like, the game modes. And I was like, it's okay. Or there is a story. I don't know. I forgot it. I'm going to replay that. That's going to be a whole childhood memory game for me in the future. Next up, Tony Hawk's Proving Grounds. When I was younger, I wasn't into any skate games, so I never played this at all, and the controls didn't get to me. Thinking back on it, it's very similar to like Skate 3, except it's much more realistic, if I remember correctly. I remember like the game, the reason I never got into it is because it felt really slow, but I think the game did that on purpose because they didn't want it to feel arcadish, which if you Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, I have that on PlayStation 4. That game, it's a fun skating game. No way I would be able to pull off any of those tricks in real life, nor could any feasible human do that. Next up, we have Family Game Night 3. This is just Hasbro was like, oh, let's put all of our board games into a video game. So they're all here. And some of them are actually kind of fun to play with friends and family, and some of them are really boring. Clue, within itself, is already a kind of boring game. Put it on PlayStation 3 and make it so that you have to wait for animations to play out before each move. It's the most boring game alive. They have Twister on here for a video game. I don't think I ever even played that. I don't think I even wanted to find out how you play Twister on a PlayStation 3 game. The Game of Life, I'm a big Game of Life fan, so like just as a board game. So I think that's my favorite game mode on here. Mousetrap, which is hello oh sorry. I'm just not too used to reading chat, so I apologize if I space out there. And I also just yap and get stuck in my mind sometimes. But I do appreciate anyone who has come in and anyone who's still watching. But anyways, what I was saying with this game, Mousetrap, it was good. And then Yahtzee. Who plays Yahtzee? I'm not gonna lie, I've never played Yahtzee in my life. I know how to play. It just sounds, every time someone's explained it to me, I'm like, why would I want to play that? Next up, one of my favorite games of all time. This is an arguable top 10 game of all time for me. I've played this game to completion. We have Ghostbusters, the video game. This game is so much fun. You can play single player. I think that's it. I think there's an online multiplayer. But this game is so much fun. You go in, you do all sorts of different missions. You do everything from the movies, but it's also like its own third movie / video game. Love it. It's so much fun. I played that so much growing up. Next up, we have Jurassic the Hunted. This game is kind of what it looks and sounds like. You just get thrown, basically you are given a gun and you're thrown with a bunch of dinosaurs and they say live. And there's like a story to it, but the basis of the game is shoot dinosaurs, which is that's not a bad concept. Next up, if you thought the family game night was crazy, I just have Monopoly on PlayStation 3 now. So if you thought me saying Clue was boring, this is actually more fun than Clue. They actually did this fairly well, but honestly with modern day, it doesn't really hold up because you can just play Uno online. Play Uno Go or not Uno, Monopoly, my apologies. Monopoly on your phone. So it's not really needed for a PlayStation 3 game, but I own it, that's cool. Another very good game of all time, one of my favorites. I hold it deep to my heart. We have Toy Story 3, the video game. I actually just saw a TikTok on this earlier today, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't know anyone knew this game existed. This game's fun. And moving on, the final in the other games category of this box. Keep in mind, I'm going to be opening other boxes later. I have 4 other boxes on the other side of my bed, of which I'm recording this on. It's a very cheap setup, but you know, sometimes you got to work with what you got. We have Where the Wild Things Are, the video game, which is actually, this game should not be as good as it is. It's based on a children's book. This game was made before the movie came out. This is its own thing entirely, and it is a fun, adventurous game that doesn't stop. Love this game. So, that's all of our miscellaneous games. Those are all our like kind of etc. games. Next up, we're going into our Lego game section, which I'm missing a game here as well. We don't know where it went, but these are the Lego games I own, hard copy at least. I have a couple that I own on my PlayStation 4 through the PlayStation Plus memberships. Starting up first, Lego game of the Lego section, my PlayStation 3 games, we have Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. This one wasn't as popular as all the other Lego games, but anyone who has played Lego Pirates of the Caribbean knows that Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is an underrated game. Not enough, too many people sleep on Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I also just love that franchise as a whole. Next up, this is what I mean when I'm missing the first one. The original Lego Batman, I do not own. I had it at one point. I remember playing it, but when my brother gave my PlayStation 3 games to me, Lego Batman was not there. So either it's lost somewhere in my house, or I at one point sold it, which kind of hurts me. But we do have Lego Batman 2, which is still a solid, fun game. Honestly, revolutionized the Lego games and what they could be, because before they were kind of like one-to-one mission games, kind of funny. And like this maintained that, but then also made it an open world and just changed how you could kind of gaming. I'm not gonna say the Lego was kind of popping off when they were first making their games. And an iconic game in the red covering, we have Lego Star Wars, the complete saga. This one's a classic. This one's a classic. This is like, I dropped it. I dropped it. This right here, this is the Tom Brady of Lego games. Like, it's just better. Like, this is just the best that Lego gaming gets. And it's like, I hate saying that. Like, there's other ones that are really good, but I just think about this one, and it's like, you can't say any Lego game is better than Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. It's just too iconic. It's like going out and trying to say, I think Peyton Manning's actually the best quarterback of all time. No, everyone knows it's Tom Brady, and anyone who says otherwise is just a hater. But you know it. If you hate it. Anyways, the final game that I own, Lego game, is Lego Marvel Superheroes. This game's really fun. You get basically, it's a Lego game, but you play as all your favorite superheroes, which is great. And I love superheroes and comic books and whatnot. I will say, I just noticed and I think I sold it, but I also used to have Lego Indiana Jones, which I'm mad that I sold it now because that game would be so much fun to have. Moving on, we have our Marvel section, which I didn't even know I had enough Marvel games, but apparently my brother, when he sold this to me, thought that I needed a Marvel section of my PlayStation 3 games. So next up we have X-Men Wolverine, or X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think I played the first mission of this game and never played it again. It's sick, it's cool. I think the controls were confusing, and Wolverine is a fun character to play as, but giving him his own game, or the way that they made the game, didn't fit with like his powers or like in a gameplay, but I don't know, it just felt off. It just felt off. I never played it too much. Next up, we have Spider-Man 3. People will say that this is one of the worst Spider-Man games released. In comparison to like Spider-Man 2 and how iconic that game was and some of the ones around. I wouldn't say worse. There's been some bad Spider-Man games out here, but people hate on this game. This game is fun. I like this game. Obviously, I have a bias because I grew up with it, and I never played the Spider-Man 2, never played the original Spider-Man. I have played the 2018 Spider-Man, which was a fun game. This game is overslept on, though, when it comes to Spider-Man. Next up, though, for PlayStation 3 games, we have Iron Man, the video game. This game, it's like a 50-50 game. The missions are either fun or they're boring. It just kind of depends. I also never watched Iron Man when I played the games, so everything I knew about Iron Man was from the games, which isn't bad. It's pretty straightforward to how the movie goes, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I played the game and watched the movie like 5 to 10 years apart from each other, so I don't know. Next up is The Incredible Hulk, the video game. This game is one of the most underrated games of all time. You cannot find this game. I know someone who's seen this game and they wanted it and they struggled to find it. And this game is so much fun. If you own the Incredible Hulk video game on PlayStation 3 or any console, hold on to it. You're just Hulk. The government tries to kill you, and you just kill the government and you destroy buildings as Hulk. It's one of the greatest feelings of all time. Next up, we have our Call of Duty section. I had quite a lot of Call of Duty games, and Call of Duty games are fun, so let's see where this goes. First up, we have Call of Duty Black Ops, the greatest campaign of any Call of Duty. I don't care what anyone has to say, although that's not a biased take. I love this. This is what made me love storytelling in video games and prioritize it. When I play Call of Duty games, I like the story mode. I actually don't like playing multiplayer that much unless I'm playing with friends. So usually when I judge a Call of Duty game, the story mode needs to be good, and that's why I don't play any modern Call of Duty games, because there's no story mode anymore, and I'd rather just play something else. But of course, with Call of Duty Black Ops 1, you need Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which graphics-wise looks beautiful, is fun to play, almost as good as the original one, but every time I play that original campaign and I finish that final level, I just feel too good to say that anything's better. Next up, classic Modern Warfare 2. Not much I need to say. The game within itself is like the most iconic. Yes, Black Ops. I've always loved Black Ops over Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 is the only, and the original Modern Warfare are the only ones I played. I forgot I played the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but that's a surprisingly good. The 2004, I think, Call of Duty 4, something like that. Maybe it's 2007. I don't know. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, old game, very good one, holds up today. Next up, speaking of old Call of Duty games, Call of Duty World at War. This game is fun. Mainly because they do something they didn't add until Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which is multiplayer campaign, which in this game is actually a lot of fun, and it's done fairly well. Although I will say the campaign's a little bit slow, but it's still fun, and it's World War II. And then it's also the game that introduced Nazi zombies, which obviously is a very beloved game mode, and one of my favorite parts of Call of Duty and playing the games, and why I love Black Ops as well is because Black Ops Zombies are better than any other games. Where Joshua got stuffed in the pantry. No, this is my room. I live on my own. I started the stream with that. So that's what the stream is. I'm gonna catch everyone up and just do a recap of the stream. Actually, once I finish the PlayStation 3 games, then we're gonna move on to the other stuff. Finishing up the PlayStation 3 games, we have our sport games. So we have our Madden 13, which is the Madden that ruined Maddens, but I own it. But I'll probably never play it. I don't know why I still have it. I might sell that one. Madden 10, this is the oldest Madden I have, and it is the most in-depth Madden that I have. And if it wasn't so dated with the players, I'd probably play it more, but I don't like buying Madden games. So I might just go back to playing Madden 10, because modern Madden's kind of a scam. UFC 2009 Undisputed, I think this was my stepfather's, and then he gave it to my brother, and then when my brother got rid of his PlayStation 3, he gave it to me, so I haven't played this yet. But I have streamed UFC 4 on this channel before, so maybe I can do a little bit of a comparison there. Another one that I've never played before, I didn't own it, Friday Night Round 4. No clue what this game is, looks like a boxing game. I think, is that Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson on the cover? I don't know. Anyways, final game, Tiger Woods, PGA Tour 2008. You know what that means? I have another golfing game. We have another golfing game. If I get back into streaming, Joe Cheese is going to be an 08 legend. That is all of the PlayStation 3 games, though, that I have. So I'm going to do a recap on what this stream is, because not many people were here. Or I think the people that are here were not here when I was talking about the purpose of this stream. Basically, I live on my own, which is that's not the crazy thing of this stream, why I'm streaming. And my older brother, my younger brother had a, well, that's how these games came in, was my younger brother gave me my PlayStation 3 back that I gave him, so I can play all of my old childhood games again. But also, I got like 4 boxes of stuff from my childhood, from my home that I used to grow up in when I was much younger, and I thought, ooh, let me unbox it for a stream. So I'm just going through random stuff from my childhood to see really what's there, because I think it'd be a fun little stream, and I'm bored, and I gotta go through it. So boom, that's box 1. I have 4 more over. Let me go get the next box. All right. Oh, you guys can't. I apologize for that. Hang on. Hey, oh. I'm back. Anyways, let me see what we have here. We have a Buc-ee's bag. And in here we have... Okay, so I think these just used to be mine. These are just this is just candy. This is like just little pellets of hot candy you just put on your mouth and they're spicy. Also in this bag we have exploding reindeer poop. Obviously an essential for life. No clue what that is. And an ice cube tray, an orange one. So I can make ice cubes now, which is important. I don't have an ice maker, so that was a good find. Moving up next in this box, we have a drone. Yep, this one has a camera on it. Never used it for a video because the camera's really bad, but it is a drone. We love drones. Set that aside. I don't know where I'm going to put all this stuff either. I don't have that big of a room, We'll find out. Another important thing that I need, first aid kit. Should we open the first aid kit to see what's inside? I say we should. See what... When did I make this? I was like 10 when I made this. It was like with Boy Scouts. So, first aid kit essentials. First thing, Band-Aids. Specifically, these are Halloween Band-Aids we got here. Boom. That's first thing you need. Second thing you need, fentanyl. No, not fentanyl. You need, what is this? This is sodium chloride injection. I don't actually know when sodium chloride, that sounds familiar. 0.9%. Oh, so this is just like this is just like a mini IV, I think. Where did they just gave me a mini? Okay, anyways, we have this. I don't know what this is called. But basically, if a Band-Aid ain't enough, this is what you use. It's like a bandage. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Then we have gauze, sponges. There's like one nurse watching that's judging me. What is this? Instant cold pack? For use whenever instant cold therapy is required. Actually, I could need this. I'm glad I know I have this now because I live in Florida and sometimes you need that instant cold. More gauze, sponges. What is this? Okay, I know what this is. So this is, you may have seen these on like older Mr. Beast videos or kind of just older YouTube videos in general of like camping. Or at least that's for me, where I know it from. These are like thermal blankets, essentially. They don't feel good, but they're really good at keeping heat in. So let's say you're in Wisconsin and your car breaks down on the side of the highway and there's no one within miles and you just need to spend the night somewhere. This will keep you warm. What else is in here? Alcohol wipe, of course. And then this tape. I don't know the name of the tape, but I know it's medical tape. Maybe that's probably just what it's called, medical tape. There might be another name. But yeah, that's the first aid kit right there. Finished. Gotta get it all back in there and get it all set up. I wish I had like a table. I have my bed. That's right here. But y'all can't really see that. It's just kind of my finger right up in there. But, alright. Next thing in the box, we have binoculars. Don't know when I would ever use this. Binoculars kind of seems like that object that everyone has. And, like, you own it, but when are you ever going to actually use binoculars unless you're hiking? But also, when I go hiking or I go to nature, I never bring my binoculars with me. Like, you have to specifically think, I'm going to go and watch the birds and to bring your binoculars. But I own them now, so if I ever want to look at birds, I can do that. Next up, ooh, this is from my swim team. We have the pink Bass Pro hat. Boom. Don't look good with the hat anymore, but you know what? It's not about how you look, it's about how the energy you give. Okay. This Dead Man's Dice. I don't know what this is. This is a board game that I got for Christmas one year and never played. So I'll play it one day, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, this is old for me. This right here is my old CD collection. By collection, I mean it's literally like stuff my mom had and just gave me when I was 8. So for reference, I have Mother Goose songs on a CD. So we got Mother Goose song, Kindergarten, Kids Silly song, sing-along songs. It has a bunch of children's songs, toddler tunes, birthday party music. And then when I was younger with my church, I used to do acting with them. So I have all of the musical CDs that they gave us. And my second grade mixtape my second grade teacher made us. Which is, I feel like I'm one of the last people to ever say that sentence. Because there's no way any kids today are getting CD mixes from their second grade teachers. Moving up next, we have a deck of playing cards. But, if you could tell, these are abnormally large. Comically, actually, would be the better term there. So, let me get this Yeah, so that's it. They're just, I don't know why I had these. Actually, I think I won them somewhere. But yeah, they're just a really big deck of cards. Um, that's about it. I'll go in, get that packed back up. This is when I wonder, like, what if I was a big streamer? Like, I could just throw this to the side. I already got a dude bait him. He's gonna go and wrap all my stuff up for me. Nope, we're not there yet. The reason I'm doing this as well, I wanted to do this as just like a video live stream, but YouTube changed the way that you can do live streams, and you need to meet a certain quota. And I didn't meet it because I don't do anything on YouTube, so I'm forced to do it this way, which is fine. And I guess it's better for reach. Next up, we have the other CDs that I have, which I have no way of playing these, but I have them now. First up, we have the Noah Bombay Project. This is an album released by a random guy at Home Depot, and he gave it to me. He needed a ride home. We agreed to give him a ride, and he turns out he's a producer who has a record label, and he gave us this stuff he's been working on. And it has songs like Ferrari, Old School Back, I Go Ham. Song number 8 is just called Drunk as Fuck. I don't know if I can swear, I apologize. Swim. Song number 14 is Swim. The song, it's an acronym. SWIM stands for Supporting Women International Movements, featuring George Bush and Hillary Clinton. Thank you, random guy from Home Depot, for creating that memory for me. Next up, we have Sticky Bubblegum plus other tasty tunes. No clue what this is. I genuinely can't name a single song from that CD. Next up, there's just more stuff from the church acting I did, and then the first concert I did, which was a Christian concert with Mercy Me. So I have their Mercy Me Christmas songs and their #1 album on CD, which I don't even listen to them anymore, but it's still my first concert. Next up, Blast from the Past. You guys remember 2016? You remember what we were doing back then? We were T-posing, we were doing dumb stuff. And now, we're bringing it back. We got a fidget spinner, purple, metallic. It has a nice little shine to it. It spins. You can balance it on your thumb. Or not, and you can drop it on the floor and make a loud noise. And now it's under my bed. So that's gone now. I'm rusty. Next up in the box, we have a Funko Pop. What Funko Pop, you ask? We have Aaron Rodgers as a Funko Pop. As a Green Bay Packer. He's now a Steeler and went to the Jets. And yeah. Anyways, next up we have our necklace. I don't know what this, what? I think it's one of those. I remember making these as a kid. My brother made this for me. The little bands you make, it's supposed to be a necklace. Put it around your neck. You're dripped out now. Next up in the box, we have, this is a Christmas gift from my grandma, so that's why it's in here, for more of a memory thing. But yeah, it's more personal to me, so I'll go throw that over there. We got a notebook. What's in here? Chemistry notes. Yeah, you guys know, what do y'all know about scientific notation? I got a whole page about it right here in my horrible handwriting. Next up in the box, we have, and I actually needed a pair of these, so this came in just in time, water shoes. These are shoes that you can wear to the beach. These still have sand in them, and I just got sand all over my floor. So we're going to keep that one in the box. I'm going to save that one for last. Next up, we have a bag of rocks. When I was really young, for like a 2-week period, I wanted to start a rock collection. And then I realized that they were rocks. But there's some cool stuff I found. So we got this one. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. It's one I actually found on a railroad track. I remember that. Any geologist fans? Any geology? Is that geology? Yeah, geology's rock. Little crystal looking dude there. We got quartz. I think that's what that is. That looks nice. Watch that not be quartz at all. We got a nice little blue gem here, little blue stone. Another little blue. This one's almost looks like a gummy. I almost want to eat this. Ooh, this isn't a rock, but it's a glow-in-the-dark bean. So if I were to turn my light off, which I'm not going to, it would glow. We got another little thing that I think quartz there. And then the others are just rocks, except this one. This one was always my favorite. Ooh, and this one. So I only showed 2 more, because the other ones are kind of just repeats. So one of my second favorites is this one. It's like a little focus. I don't know. And then also this one, which had like a little bit of a shine on there, and I thought it was worth like so much money when I was younger, and I like freaked out, and then it might still be worth money, I don't know. I gotta do some research into rocks and how much people will pay you for them. Can't be that much though, can it? Next up, what else is in here? We have my gator necklace. Nothing screams I'm a Floridian more than I got a gator around my neck. It's one of my favorite necklaces I have. Let me see if I can get it on. I struggle with necklaces sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the hair back there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. But, no reason to stop. Boom, Mardi Gras time. These ones I can put on easily. We got the green necklace. And not only do we got green and gold for 2 reasons. Gold is the color of money, but also with green and gold, we got the Green Bay Packers. And I'm from Wisconsin, so obviously we love the Green Bay Packers. You thought I was done with necklaces? You thought, how could this guy own any more? We got another one. This is straight out of the Dominican Republic. Some dude in a store gave it to me. And honestly, my bad. My hair, it's too much. It's kind of tough. We love it. This here are glasses that I broke that I didn't want my mom finding, so I threw it in the box. You thought we were out of 2016? You thought we were out of fidget? No, come on. This one's camo. This is a camo fidget spinner now. Boom. I think that's everything. Ooh, this is a weird thing. Because this is an empty. How many things am I gonna drop today? This here is an empty canister of like the lead that you would put in a mechanical pencil. So you might be thinking, Jodel, what are you doing with that? Well, why would I need this? Because I have probable ADHD, and this makes a really satisfying click noise, and I like it. Maybe that's, I don't know what it is. I don't have diagnosed ADHD, but when I say I have non-diagnosed ADHD, I mean I do stuff like that. Final thing in the box, we have a weighted vest. I got this for Christmas one year. I was gonna use it for football, and then they didn't let me on the football team. So, and then I joined swim, and wearing a weighted vest while swimming is called drowning. But yeah, I don't even know how this works. I think. Hold on. We standing up for this one. Boom. Look at that, guys. I feel it. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. You could go this, put it on your back, go for a little run. You go in, you get an endurance in, you get a little bit more of a leg workout, a little bit of a core because you're using a little bit more to keep yourself up. Or, with me as well, I'm against getting gym memberships. I'm very much pro use. Oh, I dropped you guys. I'm pro using what you have to work out instead of paying a membership. So, like, for example, if you want to pay a membership, but you have a good amount of money, if you could just buy some weights yourself to have at home, you're going to save so much more money just buying the weights and keeping them at home and working out at home. For me, I don't have money for weights, so I use more HIIT workouts, kind of just workouts that don't require equipment. So push-ups, sit-ups, those type of whatnot. And so weighted vests are actually really good for that. Well, that's box number 2 out of the way. We have 3 more to go, meaning you're good at math. We're 20% of the way done. let's see what's next. Alright, sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Sorry for the wait. I'm back, and not only am I back, I'm back with another box. And what is in that box? Let's redo that. My bad. What is in that box? Fedora. Straight out of, with the feather and everything. Looking like Hansel up in here. Yep. Okay. Next up, we got my track shirt. I don't know why it's in there, but 2 years ago I ran track, did hurdling, the 110-meter hurdles and 400 hurdles, in case you were curious. Next up, I was so happy to see that I got these back. We have my awards for theater. I did theater my senior year. I went to districts. I did 2 events. I did, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm only gonna wear one of these on me because they'll clank. But basically, if you don't know how theater works, because I didn't before I joined it, there's different levels to ranking performances in theater. But a superior, which is what both of these medals are for, means that you got the highest score you could at a district level. Obviously, when you go to state, the requirements to be good are higher. But I did one event with a group of people, and I did one monologue by myself. Both of them got a superior. The group that I did with the people didn't get selected for states. My monologue went to states, and I got an excellent, which is one below a superior at state. So, not to brag, but you know. I gotta calm down. Almost threw this water bottle at my face. This is a nice water bottle. Contains a lot of water, and it doesn't leak. So honestly, does a good job. Next up, we have, this is a Winnie the Pooh stamp, but there's a secret to it. It doesn't stamp Winnie the Pooh. It stamps my name, my whole government name. Someone can give me a piece of paper, I can pull the stamp out. Boom! Jodell Jasper. Is it, you thought it was yours? Nah, it's mine. Next up in the box, we have my golden birthday. My grandma gave this to me. So first up, it's a jar. It has my name on it. It says 14 for my golden birthday because I was born on November 14th. In case any of you guys want to give me gifts or anything, I accept anything. I don't actually fully remember what's in here. I know there's a gold chain in here. Oh, there's no, what's in here? What is this? Oh. So inside of the mysterious golden bag, what could I have in there? A spearhead. I don't know how that got in there. I didn't get it with that. I literally looked at the golden bag and said, let me put my spearhead in there. And then I think this is just 14 coins. I think they're all dollar coins, so $14 in coins. And then my golden necklace, which doesn't fit me anymore. But yes. That is the jar of mystery. Oh, actually, I should do that with each box. I'm going to recap what I'm doing, just in case. So what I'm going through here, I'm living on my own. I've been living on my own for a while. And then I recently just got a bunch of boxes from the place I used to live at, one that I grew up with, my parents. My mom gave me a bunch of boxes from my childhood. So that's everything I'm seeing. So some of this stuff is stuff that I haven't seen in ages. Next up, so this is a little bit personal about me and my name, in case you were curious. My name is Jodell. Hello, nice to meet you. I know 44 minutes is quite a long time to wait before saying that, but no time like the present to start. And that is a pretty weird name. The D in it is capitalized, so it's Jodel, capitalized D. And that's because it's a mixture of 2 different names, so Joseph and Delford. Jodell. So that's my name. This here, my grandma gave this to me. This is Joseph and this is Delford. So that's like a cool little thing that I have with me where I can see the people that I'm named after. Both of them served in World War II. That's the quick shout out to the people who named me. Next up, we have the ultimate lock that has my swim I don't know what you call that. It's the I don't know anyone who did sports before. When you do a sport and you complete varsity for a year, you get a little pin. In swim, I got a little pin, and I decided to just put it in this box. The thing about this box is it's a maze. There's a little ball here, and you have to get the ball through the maze that unlocks this door so you can get inside. And honestly, I think I'm gonna solve this. Oh, wait, hang on. Where am I even getting that? Hang on. So I gotta get. I won't solve that. I won't solve that on stream. Because one, I'll get sucked into it, and two, I don't think you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Next up, we have the pen cup. So let's see what's all hanging here. We got the smiley face pencil. That's crazy. Next up, we have Halloween pencil. I got this in kindergarten. And I was so confused for the longest time. In kindergarten, I won this little pencil with the pencil eraser on here. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. But I was like, what, is it just an eraser for a pencil? Because you can't write with that. I was like, it's not a pencil, that's not a pencil tip. I was like, you can't even sharpen this because there's not even a tip to sharpen. So what am I supposed to do with this? It took me until I was in 4th grade to look at this pencil, which I still haven't even sharpened, by the way, and think, oh, wait, do pencils just come with a flat top like this sometimes? And the answer is yes. And the moral of the story is kindergartners and children in general are dumb. Moving on, we got a mechanical pencil. Does it have lead in it? It does. But it's almost broken, but it's fine. It has lead in it. Moving on, we have one of the smelly pencils. Y'all ever had the smell pencils? They had this all over my elementary school. They gave every single kid, when it was your birthday, they would call your name during lunch, and you get to pick your own smell pencil. And this is so old it doesn't smell anymore. This one's still in the container though, so they come in this container. This flavor is grape, and it still has a grape smell. 10-ish years later. Dang, I'm old. Ooh, I did not want to think about how that was 10 years ago. Next up, we got a pen, but it's also a highlighter. Ultimate study tool. Never used it in my life. I never used highlighters. Even when teachers are like, highlight this, I just underline it because it's easier. Pen. What pen is this? It's the church pen. In case you care. This looks cool. This looks cool. What are these highlighters? They're not working on my skin. Should I have tested it on my skin that quickly to see what it was? They're just not working. What? I think they're crayons. I think they seem like crayons. I don't know. We're gonna move on. Little pencil. Little bitty pencil. Little baby pencil here. Yeah, that's about it. Just a pencil. Boom, purple pencil. Same thing here. Would have stumped kindergarten me. Mechanical pencils, they're lead in here. There is lead. There is lead. That's good to know. Black pencil. Diversity in the pencils. Boom. Another short little yellow pencil. What is it? What? Did I just... Hang on. So in the jar, this is my pencil jar. I don't know if you know what these are. I can tell because I think I took the original thing apart and threw it away, or I broke it. If you've seen these before, this are the little pens that are in the big multi pens. You know those big pens with the different colors, and you can push up the color you want. I used to own one of those, and the reason I'm saying I think I broke it is because this is here. They're usually inside of it, so I think at one point I broke the big one, and this is just all that remains because I was like, I guess I could write with those. And finally, I don't know why there's so many, but there's a bunch of these little Green Bay Packer little little things. And there's a top here, so maybe you put it on a necklace or something. I don't know. But they look cool. That's nice. So I gotta put all these pencils back in the jar. But yeah. No clue how I broke the big pencil, or that it was broken. Unless I find it. What if we open a box later and it has the big multicolored pencil? But it's like the empty case that doesn't have the pens. The pen juice in it. Not that type of pen juice, no. I know what you were thinking. Maybe you weren't thinking it. Maybe you're a good kid. Next up in the box, because this is an unboxing video, we have this, which is broken because whoever put it in the box didn't put it in properly. And it's just sketch paper that I never used because I don't know how to draw. This here is a must of every single person. The Gatorade water bottle, one of the best water bottles ever invented. Fills up easy. Actually fills up like any normal water bottle. It has a line where you can actually see how much is in it. Keep in mind, earlier we unboxed the water bottle. Here's the problem with this, right? Looking at these two, this one can fit so much more water than this water bottle. This water bottle is better than this water bottle because this water bottle, you can see where the water is. I'm just doing a free advertisement for Gatorade now too. And then on top of all of that, it's solid. It's a solid amount of water. It's not too much. You can carry it around, and it's easy. You don't even gotta unhook the lid. Just boom, ready to go. So convenient. Even if you're not doing sports, it's amazing. The only downside to it is you can't chug the water. I'm a person where I like to take a big bunch of water and just like a sponge soak all the water in. The problem with these is if you need a bunch of water at once, and I mean you just want to consume an insane amount, like at the biggest gulp you can, these water bottles won't do it. Next up in the box, Punta Cana. This is a city in the Dominican Republic. That's where I had this. And that's where I got this from. So that's nice. Next up in the box, we have this little dude here. What makes this dude special? He's a music box. So it's a music box. My grandpa gave this to me. I think he actually spins. Yeah, so he's supposed to spin. Hang on. Hang on. I don't have a flat surface to put him on, but he spins. And it's just a music box. I don't know if you can hear it. When I first got it, this thing would just go off randomly at night. And I'm kind of scared now that I own it again. Because just imagine you're chilling. You're sitting and you're trying to sleep. And then all of a sudden this thing just starts going off. And you're just like, what on earth? Bro, you want to feel like you're going to die, that's how you do it. Put it aside. It's still going, by the way. I don't know how to make it stop. So I'm just going to put them over. This is our ambient music, I guess. Next up, Big Dice. Big Dice. This thing. I love random chaos, and I used this so much growing up, and probably will use it now that I own it again, because it's just fun. Boom. 6. Boom. That's how many people are about to join. I'm calling it. Okay, next up in the box, we have one of those mirror illusions. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Maybe not. Hang on, I gotta clean it. There's dust and stuff in here. Boom. So yeah, it's one of those things with the mirrors that create like an optimal illusion. So you go in, you have it like this. You take either a penny, a frog, something tiny. You put it in. Hang on. You put it like right in the center. And it's an optimal illusion. So you put the top on. And then if you look at it, hang on, let me see if I can do it to y'all. If you look at it from the right angle. Boom, I think you can see it there. So boom, it looks like right here, there's a frog looking right at you. But in reality, there's no frog. It's an illusion. and that's just because it's, hang on, that's, it's an illusion. It's an illusion because of the mirrors. It's an illusion because of the mirrors. My bad. I was trying to get this to look really good on camera, but if you get too close to it, it doesn't work. It needs to be a specific angle, and I don't have an actual camera. I have my phone that's propped up against a bunch of blankets. Next up in the box, we have a Slinky. We'll save that for later. But here, we got a Slinky. We love a Slinky. Good little, nice little fidget toy. Nice little fidget toy. That's about it. I live in Florida, so we don't got stairs, so I can't throw down those stairs. What I can throw is my emoji ball. This thing is fun. You throw it around, it doesn't make a mess. You kind of just boom and catch it, and if you drop it, it's not going to make a bunch of noise, it's not going to make a mess, and it's pretty great. Yeah. Next up in the box, we have this here. It's a Green Bay Packers history of the uniform. Any Green Bay Packer fans out there, or just sport fans in general, this is actually really cool. I'm glad I own this. In the mystery box, we have basically starting from like, what year is that? 1921. So you get to see the 1921, then 1929, basically the entire evolutionary change of the Green Bay Packer uniforms right there on the poster. And as someone who grew up in Wisconsin, yeah, it's fun. Next up, we got a Rubik's Cube, which obviously solved. Obviously solved. I only know how to solve one side, which is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, but I know some people that are crazy with Rubik's Cubes, and they just go out and get a bunch of Rubik's Cube stuff made. They have all sorts of Rubik's Cubes challenges. They can get it done in seconds, minutes. Give them time, they'll get it done. Me, I gotta like sit in here. Okay. Watch this. Oh, hang on, guys. Hang on. Wait. Shoot. Alright, I forgot how to do a Rubik's Cube, guys. I can't solve it at all. I started it, but I had to give up. This is just money stuff. Next up in the box, we have, this is an important thing to own, especially as a gamer. We started the stream off going through a bunch of PlayStation 3 games. If you own a PlayStation 4, this is a must-have item, and this here is my PlayStation controller charger. It literally just sits, and you put your controller on it, and it charges. There's little sticks that come with it, which I actually don't know where they are. Hopefully they're in that box. But you put a little stick in with your PlayStation 4 controller, you put it on there, and it charges it. So much better than needing to get up and physically plug or unplug a charger. Peak laziness. And that's what life is all about. It's not doing anything. Next up in the box, it seems like a couple pencils from before fell out. So we have the heart pencil with the added eraser, and we have, I think this is pencil, yeah, we have the skeleton hand pen. So this thing just kind of looks cool. I'm a fan of cool looking pens too. I never use them, I just appreciate them, you know? Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers bracelet. I actually have two of these. This is just the second one I have now. And if I was wearing short sleeves, it'd probably look cooler, because bracelets don't really look good on top of other clothing, but you know, that's cool. If I'm wearing short sleeves, it does look a little bit tough. I obviously have a Green Bay bias, being a Wisconsinner. What is... We got the alarm clock. This is the digital alarm clock here. You go in, post the time, like what an alarm clock should do. And yeah, it goes in, it can project on the ceiling. Overall, it is a very good, solid alarm clock that I won't be able to really use because I don't have a fixed, every single day wake up at 8 and go into work. Next up in the box, we have the turtle. We love the turtle. The turtle. Hang on, let me find the pen jar. Not gonna lie, it's slowly becoming a mess around me. But we have the turtle. We love the turtle. Let's move on from the turtle. Oh boy. You know what time it is? It is sports card time. Which actually isn't all that crazy because I don't know, we'll see. So these are all football cards from it was like 2022. I got these. And they go back, I think, to like the 2010s era. By that I mean we got Frank Gore, who underrated running back of all time. Willie Snead, which I forgot he existed, I'm not gonna lie. Warren Moon, underrated quarterback of all time. This here is Andrew Luck, in case you forgot about him. Boomer Esiason. Any Cincinnati Bengal fans out there know who he is. If not, you probably have no clue. This here is T.Y. Hilton, which sounds sort of familiar, but honestly, I don't remember who that is. Mike Evans, he's still in today, still doing good. That's a solid card. Kirk Cousins, but here's the thing about this Kirk Cousins, he's on the Washington Redskins. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even know he was on the Redskins. Paul Hornung, Packers. I don't know what he was. I don't know what position he was, I'm not going to lie. But I know he was good. He may have been a wide receiver. I don't know. Next up, we have Heath Miller, who I don't know who that is. I don't know who Heath Miller is. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, Steeler fans or whatever team he's on now. Tyrod Taylor, back before it was Josh Allen on the team. We got his card. Forgot about him, but he's been around a little bit. Speaking of someone who's Colin Kaepernick, just in case you just couldn't forget who that guy was. There he is, the 49ers. MVP winner Matt Ryan, MVP winning, not Super Bowl winning quarterback. Next up on the list we have Jim Kelly. My Buffalo Bill fans, y'all know what's going on. Jim Kelly should have done it, didn't do it. Aaron Rodgers on the Packers. I feel like this card has lost value, which is like one of the very few ones. Aaron Rodgers on the Packers that you'd think, oh, that's going to be a nice investment because everyone's going to love Aaron Rodgers on the Packers. No, he ruined everything. John Elway, Super Bowl winning against the Packers. Depending on who you talk to, underrated quarterback of all time. Underrated quarterback. Brett Favre, arguably, and in my opinion, the best Packers quarterback that has ever existed. Jeff Garcia, no clue who you are, and it shows in the picture. Kabir Gabaja, I'm not even gonna try finishing that. This dude, Packers player, I don't even know who that is. Todd Gurley II on the Rams. What y'all know about this? What do you guys know about this? That's old. Reggie Wayne, I don't know who that is, but I'm sure some Colts fans are looking at that and thinking, oh, I remember him. This here is Montravius Adams. I think he's still on the team. If not, he might, yeah. I don't know. Terrell Davis. I don't know who it is. Hopefully someone out there can. Geno Atkins. I forgot about this guy. He was like second to AJ Green, which also, who remembers AJ Green? That was an underrated duo, by the way. Were they ever together? I don't know. Roger Craig, forgot he existed. But I think he was pretty good. Tony Dorsett, we love Tony Dorsett. Marcus Allen, no clue who that is. Jordy Nelson, we all love Jordy Nelson. Anyone who's a Packers fan should like that name. Unless you're a modern fan, you probably forgot about him, but this is a very underrated wide receiver. Drake, I don't even know how to pronounce his first name, but I remember this guy on the Dolphins. That dude wasn't he bad? Didn't Ryan Fitzpatrick have more running yards one of the years on the team than he did? And he was the starting running back? Like, I think there was a year where the person who had the most rushing yards on the Dolphins was Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback. Which I guess today isn't that wild of a long shot. But back then, like, what? Ryan Fitzpatrick was number one in rushing yards for the Dolphins? That's crazy. And Drake, that must have been an insult to him. Delane Walker, who remembers this guy? I remember picking this dude up in fantasy football and being like, whoa, he's actually pretty good. A second Andrew Luck card because, of course, that guy needed to. LaShawn McCoy. What y'all know about LaShawn McCoy? That dude was crazy. Underrated all-time running back right there. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill up in here. We got AJ Bonye. I don't know what the bad mispronunciation there. Priest Holmes. Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. I don't know who that is. Terrell Suggs. I actually knew my stepfather played high school with this guy. This dude is crazy. Terrell Suggs is underrated defensive player. Alvin Kamara. Is this dude even playing still? I have not heard of him in a minute. Is he still on the Saints? He's got to get out of there. I'm not going to lie. The Saints is kind of... Ryan Shazer. Anyone know who he is? I don't. Adoree Jackson. Leonard Floyd. I do remember him. Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson, y'all. That's a good one. Eric Berry. He was either... No, he was good. He was good, I think. Zach Cunningham. Don't know who that is. Tyler Eifert. That dude was another just fantasy football. Just like somehow I always ended up with him somewhere and he was able to put up a decent amount of points. Josh Gordon. I was just talking about this dude earlier when I forgot the guy's name came up, but AJ Green. When I was younger, I played wide receiver. I loved AJ Green. Sterling Shepard. Which I honestly forgot he existed. Reuben Foster. I don't even know who that is, but it's their style to the card, so I assume he was good. Melvin Gordon. That sounds familiar. He was good for a few years, wasn't he? Travis Kelce. That's gone up in value. This is before he was even with Taylor Swift. I gotta like sell this card before they divorce or something. Are they married? No, they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, aren't they? I don't know. Anyone from Chicago, if you can tell me Kyle Long. Anyone, the one person watching, Kyle Long. I don't know who that is. You know who I do know? Golden Tate III. This guy was underrated. This dude, when he got open and he caught the ball, he went crazy. I went to go see a Lions game and I was excited to see him play. As a Packers fan, I wanted to see Golden Tate play. And then he had family problems or whatnot. His son had just died and he took the game off, which was sad. Paul Warfield. Don't know who that is. Christian Okoye. Don't know who that is. Another person that fell off, Ezekiel Elliott. Dude, the amount of glaze that guy used to get is crazy. People would act like he was the next, like, Adrian Peterson, and he really wasn't. Zane Collins, I don't know who that is. Neither do I know who Brian Hartline is. Chris Godwin, I do know him. Very solid second to Mike Evans. Pierre Garcion. Don't know who that is. Another Todd Gurley card. Brian Urlacher. Ooh, Franco Harris. That's a cool one. That's a cool little niche one, too. Little niche one. Miles Jack. I have no clue who that is. Yes, at University of California, Los Angeles. He's not even, that's not even his NFL card. Yeah, I have a feeling, but he did not do too good in the NFL. Where do I put these cards? I'll put it back there. I'm running out of space over here. Hacky sack. Never played with this. Don't really know how to play, but I don't think you need to know how to play. You just go into a circle and you kick up the ball. Boom. Moving up, we have extra cards. Hang on, 2 more people. We have Jason Witten. Forgot about him. And Champ Bailey on the Redskins. Up here, we have a binder with paper and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's just different papers that y'all don't need to get into that. It's more personal stuff. Moving on, we have a gift from my parents when they went to Thailand. By my parents, I mean my mom and my stepfather. We have these little green dragons, which look cool. They're very cool. They had to get glued together. They fell off my dresser one day and broke. We had to get them glued together, which was a really awkward conversation to have. The thing's making noise. I told you it does that. Dang it, it's gonna do that now, later. Next up, most people have no connection to this, but this here is how you're able to walk around during my states. As I was talking earlier, I was a state actor. This is your card that let you walk around the area so that they knew you were supposed to be there. Keychain from Orlando, Florida. Little movie maker. That's crazy. Next up in the box, we have not just one thing of hand sanitizer. Always good to have hand sanitizer on you. There's like a select few amount of people out there where they'll see you with hand sanitizer and they'll be like, why you got hand sanitizer on you, man? Why don't you have sanitizer on you? I don't usually carry hand sanitizer with me because I, wash my hands. But if anyone offers it to me, I say yes. And if someone offers it to you and you're like, why would you need hand sanitizer on you? Yeah, I ain't shaking your hand. Amazon gift card. Old phone. Is not connected to anything. Just internet. If I can find it, I can use it. And it's dead. But that's what I used to make videos off of. So, this here is a very, very nice gift that I found. A very nice card that was very thoughtfully written out for me. You guys thought I was done with the hand sanitizer? I have another one. What's the difference between this one? There might be glitter in here. I don't need two doses of hand sanitizer though. We got pins and stuff. Is that reversed for you guys? Do all things with kindness. That's what it says. It's a pin. I almost stabbed myself. My bad. We had to calm down. Boom. Do all things with kindness pin. Guys, I'm so ripped out right now. Everything I'm wearing too is from earlier stuff that I unboxed. Ready to go. This here's a stand for the Rubik's Cube. Where is it? Boom. Let me see if y'all can see it that well. I ruined it too. The white side was done and then I tried to show off, showing that I can do at least one side, and now it's just empty Rubik's Cube. But it's fine. We continue. Chapstick. I'm not going to put this on because I don't know where it's been. I don't trust it on my lips. But actually, well, if I didn't trust it, why would I have it? Oh, that looks safe. It's a little old. I don't know how old that is, I'm not gonna lie. That's a little... I don't think chapstick expires, but that definitely... I don't know. That didn't feel right. We got earbuds. I've had these for years. I never used them. I don't know if I will. Sorry, I just looked at what type of bill that was in front of me. We got a little wooden cross here. I think it looks cool. Doesn't matter if you're into Christianity or not. More so the aesthetic thing. And I'm not gonna make it all a religion thing right now. You know why? Because I have alligator tooth. What? I think this is a replica. I don't think this is... No, this is definitely not real. But if you had a real one, it'd look like this. Which I don't know why it looks like an extracted real one. I'd actually prefer a fake, like one that looks like it's an actual gator tooth instead of one that looks like it's a gator tooth that was already taken out. I don't know. Just me personally. This here is a little thing for when I went to my Packers versus Lions game back in December 29th of 2019. Whew, that was long ago. I was like right at that was before like quarantine and everything. Wires and stuff. What is it? Premium nylon braided cable. That sounds great. What else is in here? We got books and stuff. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, I remember this. This here, it's a dream journal, but I didn't use it for that. I used it to kind of doodle around with. So, this here, when I was younger, it's all reversed. I wanted to be an architect for a little bit, so I drew out my multi-story dream house. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, creative child. Also in the box, not forcing religion, there is a Bible in here. That is in there. I don't know. Also in the box we have this little book with all sorts of different ideas from over the years. If you know me, I'm a very idea-filled person, and this book has all sorts of different stuff. I'm not gonna read too much into that. I'm gonna read into that later because there's a little bit of old ideas and just life stuff in there, and something I totally forgot. It's another one of those. I just have books sometimes that I like to write in. Yeah, and there's just all sorts of stuff I'd write in here. Like when I was first applying for a job, this is just all the places that I applied to and when I would need to call them. Boom. Moving on. Notepad, which the only thing that is on here currently is a bunch of random fish that I said I wanted to catch and then never went fishing. This here is from when I was like in first grade. I would make to-do lists of my day. I would write down what I would do or need to do. But like one at a time so that I just knew what I would be doing every day. But I already knew what I would be doing every day. Never said I was a smart kid. But, you know what I did do as a kid? I played on my, this is probably dead, 3DS. What do y'all know about one of these? Does it turn on? Of course it doesn't, because I haven't turned this thing on in a long time. But 3DS, those things, they go back. They go way back, man. Like, whew, y'all don't even know. What else is in here? We have a Target gift card. Never shopped at Target in my life, but I have a gift card for it now. Another Amazon gift card. Alright. Yeah, these are all just kind of like just papers for me personally after seeing to look into. We also got, I don't know why I kept this, but I got one of them squished pennies. You can see that. I don't know. Squished pennies, y'all. So you see them at the zoo and places like that. Sorry, my chair. Like, oh, my chair. That was cushioning for my chair. Yeah. my makeshift chair for here. I don't own a chair. And so casually letting everyone know how broke I am by fixing my chair midstream. It's fine. Another thing for the pencil jar, a regular pencil, but this one is not super stubby and short. And then, final thing in here, we have a pick. This is a pick for my ukulele, which is not in tune right now. I was about to go grab it, but I realized that would not be the best decision. I'm gonna go get another box. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Now, we got another box here for the unboxing video. Quick recap, in case anyone doesn't know on what this stream is. I moved out of my house a couple months ago, and I just got a bunch of stuff from the house that I lived in. And I'm kind of just going through and reminiscing over seeing the random things we got in here. First thing we got, this right here, you hang it up on over your door. So your door would be here, you hang it here, and then it's a hanger for your hats. So boom. I don't know if everyone knows what that is. I only know what it is because I own one. But if I didn't own one, I wouldn't know what it is. Water bottle. One similar to the Gatorade one, but not as big, so Gatorade is better. Yes. Oh, we saw the 3DS earlier. Here are the only 2 games. Actually, I think it's 3. I think I have 1 game in 3DS. Let me see. Yes. So I have 3 3DS games. 3DS game number 1, we have Pokemon Diamond, my first ever and favorite Pokemon game. Moving on, in this disc. So in the Pokemon Diamond disc, you would think, oh, is there Pokemon Diamond in there? No, you're wrong. Obviously, it's Michael Jackson, the video game, on 3DS. That is a thing that exists, and I've played it. And as a Michael Jackson fan, I'm not going to say the Michael Jackson 3DS video game is not it. It's pretty boring. You know what's not boring? Super Smash Bros. Let's see what else is in here. We got this random thing my brother made me. Towers are falling over here. Alright, moving on. We got my Magic the Gathering cards. I'm not going to go through each one because I don't really know anything about Magic the Gathering, but my biology teacher gave this to me one day, and my friend, and then taught us how to play Magic the Gathering, which was honestly pretty cool. Mr. Shima, you were really cool for that. Never played Magic the Gathering since, and I totally forgot, but still. Further in the bin, we have, oh, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? We got the lightsaber. This is a childhood classic right here. If you didn't grow up with the lightsaber, the one that you would stab into people, boom, and then practice the. This right here, peak childhood memory. Every single male knows one of these. Or female too, I don't know. I just know me and my friends always was playing with the lightsaber. Moving on, we got the belt. But this one, it's not a leather belt, so you can't whip people with it. You can only use it around your waist, which is good, because physical violence upon others is not a good thing. Moving on, in the box, we have Batman, but he's yarn. This guy's pretty cool. I got a little piece of feather in there too. I don't know why. It just seemed like the aesthetic that life needed. Got a a little paper cross thing there too. Moving on. Moving on within here. What do y'all know about these? So these, you go into the top, you go in, you can, boom. These things are cool. I'm not gonna lie, this one is probably one of the lamest there are because it's so small. Like you can just kind of do your fingers. So like the only thing as far as like if you wanted to jokingly like flip off your friend, which I'm not gonna flip off my viewers, but you know, you know. Y'all thought the lightsaber was cool? This is the coolest prop we could own. We got a machete. This used to be cooler. There used to be, if you notice, there's the blood splatter here. This down here was all used to be storage for it, and there used to be actually a bunch of prop blood in here. And then when you went to cut it, the gravity would pull it down, the blood would actually run down the machete and bloody it up. It was a really cool, it was a toy, but I own it now because I want to use it as a potential prop, especially if I can fix it up. This is cool. Like just holding it too, like it doesn't work anymore. It's technically broken, but it still looks sick as like a just holding it. Like if I was a serial killer and I was just, you'd be terrified of me. My bad. Geeked out a little bit, nerd out. We got a Pokemon ball. Red and white, boom, soft, squishy. Throw it at your nemesis. What else is in here? Wrist warmers. Michelob Ultra. I don't drink. I'm 21, but I own Michelob Ultra wrist warmers. So now, in case you thought I didn't look like a snobby white person, I now look more like a snobby white person. Boom here. Actually, it's more anime. More anime, kinda. Now I just look like a weeb. Moving on, we got what y'all know about these. what y'all know about the air compressors? What y'all know about bumping up the miniature basketball? That's all this is. It's just a mini pump. It's just a mini pump. I'll probably use it for my football if I know where that is. What else is in here? We got Listerine strips, of course. We love the Listerine strips. Let me. No. Honestly, I'm streaming here. If YouTube, I don't know. The only thing I want this going off is so that YouTube can let me stream actual streams again. So if this is the only mobile streaming I can do, it might be a problem. You know, I'm struggling with this Listerine strip. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wait, hang on. Because it's in the package. It's in the package, so I gotta like. Boom. Come on. Open. Open. Should I use this time to just like self-promote myself? Because I'm struggling to open a Listerine container right now. Just be like, I'm working on my album, Random Noise, guys. Go listen to it when it comes out. Right now, we already released her lo-fi song. Boom, we got it. That was a little too much more struggling, but also, why did they make it so hard to get a Listerine strip out? And boom. Now, I got Listerine strips. Are you supposed to take two or one? I don't know. But I have it now. Moving on in the box. We got Silly Putty. I actually don't know what Silly Putty is. I've never used it before. Should I try? Should I try? Should I try using Silly Putty right now? For the first time on stream? A stream? Yeah, it's live. It's a live stream. Nah. I don't feel like it. I had more. Also, what would I do? Pokemon cards. I'm not gonna go through each one because I don't really know Pokemon that well. But yeah, this is my Pokemon card set. And then I got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there, which actually I'll get that. I will get that, but after, because that's at the bottom of some stuff. This here, picture from when I was in Mean Girls. I was in a musical. I did theater, not to brag or anything, but I was kind of good. Then I got my army action figures. Y'all don't know about the autistic yap session I'm about to go on, going through my childhood toys. These here hold a significant value to me. My army action figure toys I played with my entire life. I don't even remember when I started playing with them. I just remember having them, and I played with them until I stopped playing with toys overall, which was already at a late age. I was a very imaginative child. At like going into high school, I was still pretty much kind of playing with these. It wasn't until like 2021, like right as I entered high school, where I stopped. Um, so boom, we got this dude. Let's go through because these are some. I'll put some of y'all on. What? Oh, I think I just stole this. I'm not gonna lie. This was my brother's. I stole it from him. Watch him be on the stream right now. He just joined. He's like, what? I mean, they were all my toys at one point. Do we need to go through all of these little toys? Honestly, yes, I will, because I love these toys. We got this little army ranger with the missiles. Take down in the sky. Also, the reason I'm doing this as well is also to show people, if you talk to me or you know me, you know I'm a very imaginative, creative person. And a lot of that comes from the way that I lived my youth and what I focused on. So I had toys like these, where I just was very imaginative. There's very big whole wars and battles, and all characters and vehicles had their own unique traits to them that made them special. And I genuinely, like, there's... And it was balanced too. I made everything balanced. Not in the sense of like, oh, one character, there wasn't one character that was overpowered. There was obviously overpowered characters. But it was just team versus team. There'd be enough on each side. You got guys like this. Did anyone have these growing up as well? Like these little dudes that would move in this specific way? I don't want to move them too much because I've noticed with age they break very easy. But like most of these you'll see are broken the further I get in. Like this has missing wheels on it. This one's less as cool as the other fighter I had. Or they're just kind of like this one. Like the more lamer ones that weren't used as much look better. But like this one's just missing a wing. This dude just hasn't even gone. He's already done. This is weird on my end. I'm not gonna lie, because again, this is where my creativity stems from. Is these dudes here? This guy I can actually. We're gonna go back to this dude because his leg. I can find it and help him. We get the scuba dude. This dude got attacked by the dog when I was younger, so he lost his hand and his leg, which is funny because he's the swimmer guy, and swimming's like one of those things where you need all of your limbs, and like his left side isn't even usable. But that's just how good he is he doesn't need his hands. Moving on. This guy doesn't even have a bottom. This dude is on his top, but he's cool looking. Like the thing with them is they're all cool looking, and they move very, very well for action figures. That's why as a child I was able to really like these. This dude, you can tell the dog got to him. He didn't do too well. He didn't survive once old Nugget came through the door. Yeah, a lot of these are just missing parts, but they were cool. They're cool little dudes. Oh, and then the stuff I stole from school. So this dude, with my imagination, he doesn't have arms, but I liked the way that his arms looked. So as a kid, when I would be playing with them as toys, these aren't his arms that just don't exist. They weren't just detached arms. These were supersonic beams, and they would just go and knock everything out of the way. And let me be a little nerdy geek and geek out over my little. I've not seen these things in years, nor will I play with them. It's just weird looking back at them. This dude, sick looking. That's gonna be me in 40 years. Calling it. Y'all don't even know the nostalgia I'm getting from this. R2-D2, but he ain't looking too good. Which is fine, because Star Wars forgot about R2-D2 anyways. Let me see. We got Hulk. I think I have many different variants of Hulk. Which is, I don't know. We got different road signs and stuff in here. We'll get into those later. We got guys like this. He's very loose. Loose in the bottom. Yeah, hang on. Ooh, I got a little Wolverine dude here. That one was fun. I loved Wolverine growing up. This guy. Oh, I didn't know he lost his leg. There he is. Leg gone. Just sad. Boom, armor guy. These ones were cool. These little helicopters, you kind of spin the top of them. Boom. I don't know. Feeling like a kid again. Yeah, we got boom. Yeah, I got all sorts of different action figures like that. Let me see. And yeah, that's about all that. It's just a bunch of action figures and stuff in this box. Just the different aesthetic. I got G.I. Joes. Yeah, really Spider-Man's. That's not even an action figure. Headless Anakin Skywalker's. You know, the typical children's toy box. Yeah, I'm not going to show you guys everything. That's going to take a while. So I'm going to... moving on. Look at all this stuff in the box. What else is in here? So we got this bag. These are just a bunch of accessories for one of the action figures I have. So actually, I'm just going to condense that into that box. Hang on. Alright, moving on with the unboxing. We have Pikachu. My brother drew this for me. Joshua Jasper, everyone. That's the artist. That was in the box. Moving on. Final thing in this box before we move on to the final one is my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know if anyone's really into Yu-Gi-Oh. I only like the aesthetic of the characters. I never played. I just had a bunch of cards growing up, and that was about it. So let me go get the last and final box before I reveal the two bags we have, which is kind of, I mean, I talked about it earlier, but I don't think anyone who heard that is here now. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I saved y'all. I saw you falling. I saw you falling. Boom, first thing in there, this is a happy birthday card for my grandma for when I turned 18. Next up, we have, boom, look at this, y'all. That right there. It's kind of crazy. That dude right there, Captain of the swim team. All right, moving on. So earlier I mentioned, no, actually no, I didn't mention that earlier. This here is a 2021 camp training guide for the Green Bay Packers. You might be thinking, why do you have this? Well, this is a memory for me. Before I moved to Florida, I went to Lambeau Field and I got to see the Green Bay Packers perform. It was only like a practice game, but I got booth tickets to watch the Packers play at Lambeau Field. So that's why that's in there. Moving on in the box. At that same event, they gave us these. Football games, they give you stuff like this. They'll usually give you one or two, and you just hit them together. They make a loud noise. So when you need to cheer as a crowd and you need to make noise, they give these to you. And I kept mine. I gotta squeeze mine on one end to get it to work, but I mean, it still kind of works. It's more so musical now than it is make loud noise, which is fine because I'm a music artist. That's just random papers. Okay, this here I gotta be careful with a little bit. Ooh, yeah, it almost cut me. This is a very old, my grandfather gave this to me, oil lantern. I've never used it before. But you just fill it with oil and it's a little lantern for when the lights go out. I thought it looked cool, so I kept it. I'm running out of places to put the stuff. And especially like something like this. I don't want to just put it anywhere. Oh, this, okay. Sorry, I looked into the box and there's a lot of just random stuff thrown around in there. Charging cord for the 3DS that we showed earlier. We'll take this out. Next up, we have the cheese hat. Also got this at Lambeau Field. Some people will look at this and say you look like an idiot. I grew up with this, so this is just home for me. Okay, moving on. We have our books and stuff. These are the books that I personally said I want to keep this, either because I want to read it, or I just want to be able to say that I own it. Or they were just gifts from me. Like this was just a gift from someone close to me that I hope is never going to see this, because I totally forgot. Motivational book, I totally got this. A journal to remind myself that I am truly awesome and capable, and that I'm seriously gonna nail it no matter what it is, and no matter how much I seriously doubt myself, because doubt is just a 4-letter word. Okay, 5. And I should doubt, like the nonsense. I don't even know what this is. Random book, that's what's in the box. Bread for the Journey, don't know what that is. We got Pirates of the Caribbean, the book, or the Caribbean. That's cool. The Tiger's Apprentice. I have no clue what this is or what it's about. James and the Giant Peach, the book. I've read this. I don't know why I have it. I'm never gonna read this again. But I was in the James and the Giant Peach musical, so maybe. I have the original Jules Verne, A Journey to the Center of the Earth. I've never read it, but I know that one movie with I don't even know, with Brendan Fraser. There's a movie off of it. Books and stuff with my family. Y'all don't need to see that. Yeah, these are just all books, and then a bunch of stickers. So yeah, more picture book stuff from my grandmother. We have a different journey to the center of the earth, by a different artist. It's a retelling of the story. Letters from a Nut. So this is apparently just a dude who would send just joke. I just found a bunch of gift cards that I thought were lost. For so long I was looking for my $10 gift card and I just found it. And it was in this book. I was not expecting that What is this book? This is Jerry Seinfeld is the one who pushed this book out, and it's basically just a dude who would send a bunch of just like joke messages to like companies about just like weird stuff. Basically, it was like the internet before the internet. Like he was doing the stuff that people do for views now, just for fun. So like, let me see. I don't know. Can't find a specific thing, but he'll send like a random thing talking about how he wants to buy a mannequin from like a clothing store to the store, asking how he could buy it. But like he's just trolling. He doesn't actually want to buy it. He's just trying to get the people to write a letter back to see if they would actually try letting him buy it. And then he'd go in and tell like weird stories with it as well. It was actually kind of funny. My friend gave that to me a few years ago. On top of that, we got the final non-comic. No, this is comic books. So top side here, which actually I was gonna say I haven't read, but I think I did read once. Or I don't think I finished it though. Or I don't know. I don't really care about it. Next up is actual comic books. So I have 3 physical comic books I own, which is crazy. You'd think because I'm a Marvel fan, I would have, first off, way more. And I will say I used to have the Marvel Unlimited subscription, which lets you have access to every single Marvel comic that's ever been released. So when it comes to reading wise and which one I like more, I definitely like Marvel more. But I own more DC comics because 66% of what I own is DC comics, physically. With that being said, I only own 3 comics. So we have DC Justice League, The Dark Side. I've never read this before. It's a very short comic. Then we have the Batman vs Superman Field Trip. It's back when everyone was like debating who would win, Batman versus Superman, and they did a little comic series on it. I have one of the comics from it. And then finally we have I stole this from my middle school. It's like a bunch of different comic books of different characters with Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. I brought this home, I read it, and then I left it home. And they said, Jodel, do you have this book? And I went, nope. And they went, okay. And boom, taxpayer dollars right there, stolen. How many taxpayers are in the chat? Moving on next. These are our final couple of books here. Our bigger books. Everything else is just more personal stuff to me. This is the Weird or What book. It's an encyclopedia. Big encyclopedia. Not encyclopedia, but just like big knowledge book where you just learn different stuff. And it's packed. But this here, this is just a page about what the news is. This is all just explaining the news. This here is what is DNA. This is all here explaining what DNA is and just telling you random stuff about DNA. Why it's important, what it is, what we can do with it, what it matters to you. The history of how we understood DNA. It picks just random things and it's like, what is a meteorite? And now you know everything about a meteorite. It's actually a pretty cool book. You thought that was cool though. This book is called Why? 1,111 answers to everything. And yeah, it's the same thing as before, where it's just like, why do I get zits? And it gives you just a random answer. And it's just like, where does toe jam come from? This here is just Google with extra steps, and I own it. Is the hat getting in the way? Okay, next up, we have a book going in depth on the life, the one and only Vince Lombardi. And yeah, I mean, anyone who's a Packer fan knows he's the coach that won the first ever Super Bowl and the second ever Super Bowl. He did it back to back because he is simply that guy. What else is in here? We have a 2017 sticker book for football only. I think, who's in here? So I have Trevor Siemian, Any Broncos fans out there? Keenan Allen, that's a good wide receiver. Clay Matthews, love Clay Matthews if you couldn't tell. And Thomas Rawls, which any Seahawks fan out there could tell me. And then, yeah, that there is. Oh wait, I have a little bit more. This is what I've been waiting for. Here they are. We got everything on. Now, okay. So we just unboxed 5 boxes of random stuff from my childhood, and you might think, Jodell, you've been here for an hour and 50 minutes. Aren't you done? Haven't you unboxed everything? And to that, I have to say almost. I have 3 bags of things left. One of them I won't open because it is just clothes. And the other 2, are you guys ready for this? I've been sitting on them this entire time. That's right. I don't own a chair, so I've been using the bag that I threw my soft bed stuff in as a seat. So we're going for the end of the stream to show off my final bits from here. So I'll be standing. Get a better angle there. First off, we have the Green Bay Packers blanket. We're glad to have this back in the possession. Used to sleep with this thing every night, and now we're gonna sleep with it every night again. It's like getting back with an ex, except it's not my ex that I'm getting back with. Boom. I made this. I wove this together myself with a piece of pillow on the inside and the fabric. My grandma cut out the 2 squares and I knotted them together. Moving on. What else is in this bag? We have the poop pillow. That's right, the poop emoji pillow. How could you not go wrong with the poop emoji pillow? I love throwing this at people. Dude, anytime my brother would be in my room, I'd see him and I would just put it on. That's bag 1 done. And bag number 2, I'm not gonna lie, I should have opened this one first because the poop emoji would have been a final N. Because bag number 2 is literally just this pillow. But wait. It's crazier because there's a second pillow in the bag, and you thought that was enough? No. 1 pillow is not enough. 2 pillows is not enough. There are 3 pillows in this bag. And that there is me unboxing everything of value to me from my childhood. All in a 2-hour stream, minus the clothing, which is just a bunch of shirts and stuff. And I didn't even get all the clothing. So yeah, that's everything. That is my childhood summed up there. And yeah, final notes. I'm back again. I'm doing a little bit of streaming. Just want to have fun again and be creative and express myself. So I'm kind of trying to do that here through streaming. Might bring back some videos if this does well, which this did do better than expected. I might go on from here and do more. With YouTube, I might go in and try different subjects or whatnot. I'm working on music. I got an album, Random Noise, should be coming out soon. I'm gonna release maybe a song coming up here soon, and then I'll get Random Noise finished up. You'll have some music to listen to, and then moving on from there, I got other ideas of what I want to do, but I can't share those yet. And I'm ready to get back into it. Lock-in phase. The time is here. We all gotta lock in. So yeah, that's the stream, 2 hours in. Thank you to anyone who watched, and we got a good amount of people watching the stream. So I do appreciate that. Every time I see people, it does fill me with joy, and every time I see 0, it does feel like my heart is being crushed. But you know what? It's all about the grind, you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you anyone who came in to the stream, who tuned in, who commented, who just watched for a bit. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I don't know how to end this, but yeah. Boom, I think it's done. I'm gonna keep speaking in case it's